This is a DVD. This little disc ruled the world in 1999. 25 years ago, it completely changed how we watched movies. Today though, well, that's the question. Greetings and salutations, I'm Mike and this is Dreamin' Digital. If you remember playing video games on a beige colored PC, I'd like to welcome you home because it's those types of experiences that help us navigate the digital landscape of today. If you end up enjoying the video, make sure to slap around the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can grow together. Why am I resurrecting that old format war from over a decade ago? Because DVDs are still being manufactured and sold today. They dominate the used market and they're incredibly easy and cheap to find. But that raises a serious question. With DVDs still so accessible and affordable, is the quality actually good enough to pair with the 4K flat screens we're all using in 2025? Let's look at the tech.
I believe in science.
DVDs max out at 480p resolution, which can look blurry and soft on today's ultra-sharp 4K TVs. It doesn't even begin to compare to Blu-ray's 1080p or 4K UHD's full 2160p. You're missing those vivid colors, HDR, and advanced sound formats like Dolby Atmos. DVDs also use an old video compression method with a low bitrate, usually around 4 to 9 megabits per second, which means more compression artifacts and muddy detail. Blu-ray, on the other hand, can hit up to 40 megabits per second, delivering a much cleaner, crisper image. Audio is also a letdown. DVDs typically use just basic Dolby Digital because 5.1 was kind of where things maxed out in the late 90s, early 2000s for most consumers. Blu-rays, on the other hand, can deliver cinema quality, lossless surround sound. Where modern technology has helped the cause is where modern Blu-ray players use a process called upscaling to make DVDs look a bit better on HD or 4K TVs. Basically, the player takes the low-resolution 480p caca image from the DVD and uses software algorithms to fill in extra pixels, stretching the image to fit your screen. It can also sharpen edges and smooth out noise to make the picture seem a little bit cleaner. But here's the catch. It's not creating new detail. It's just guessing based on what's already there. So while it can make DVDs look a little bit better, they'll never match the clarity or richness of real HD or 4K content. There's no question that Blu-ray and 4K UHD will provide a noticeable and obvious improvement in video and sound quality. So why are they still making DVDs if the technology speaks for itself? I put on my bulletproof vest and tinfoil hat and carefully entered Reddit to find me some answers. What I found was quite surprising. There's an entire subculture on there that defends and protects the DVD format with their lives. From what I read, it seems that most people who still collect DVDs do so for very understandable reasons. Here are 5 reasons I extrapolated from all that research on why I could see collecting DVDs in 2025 still being a thing. Like any collectible, certain DVDs can hold significant value, not because of their video quality, but because of their popularity, rarity, and nostalgia factor. Just like with Funko Pops or vinyl records, there's a thriving community of collectors who hunt for out-of-print titles, special editions, or movies that were never re-released on Blu-ray or digital. Some DVDs are common and easy to find for a few bucks, while others, especially limited runs, foreign editions or cult classics, can command a hefty price tag on the resale market. For collectors, it's not always about the format's capabilities. It's literally about owning a piece of media history. I absolutely hate it when things I loved watching in the past change for the worse. Many collectors prefer physical media because it preserves the original, uncensored versions of movies and TV shows. Streaming platforms and newer releases sometimes alter the content, editing out scenes, changing music due to licensing, or censoring material to meet modern standards or regional regulations. But on DVD, or even VHS, but we can get into that another time. What you usually get is the original version as it was intended, without revision. For media purists, that makes DVDs not just nostalgic, but historically important, a snapshot of how the content was originally created and released. In today's world, money matters. Let's be honest. And saving some of it isn't a bad thing. DVDs are still one of the most affordable ways to build a physical movie collection, while Blu-ray and 4K discs often carry premium prices, especially for new releases or special editions. DVDs can be found for just a few bucks, both used and new. For collectors or casual viewers, that means you can build a massive library for a fraction of the cost. And in some cases, certain rare or out-of-print DVDs can increase in value over time, making them a low-cost collectible with potential upside, especially when the Blu-ray or 4K version either doesn't exist or is heavily censored or altered. Imagine being able to use almost any device that has a disk drive. This is what makes the DVDs one of the most compatible formats out there. Most modern Blu-ray and 4K players are fully backward compatible with DVDs, meaning you don't need any special equipment to play them. Even many laptops, especially budget or older models, still include DVD drives, and if not, external USB drives are so inexpensive and easy to use. Gaming systems like the Xbox Series X or even older consoles like the PS4 or Xbox One also support DVD playback right out of the box. That kind of plug-and-play compatibility makes DVDs incredibly accessible, especially for people who aren't ready to invest in a full 4K setup or just want to enjoy a movie without jumping through any hoops. It's simple, it works, and it's everywhere. And that's part of what still makes DVDs a convenient option in 2025. I can't go to any of my favorite secondhand shops or movie and music shops without seeing an entire wall of DVDs. This is something special that streaming often can't compete with. You can more than likely find your favorite movie online or on eBay or Mercari or at specialty shops like Entertain Mart and Second & Charles, which are go-tos of mine here in Colorado. But more importantly, some movies simply aren't available on any streaming platform at all. Take Bachelor Party, for example, an absolute classic from the 80s. We searched every major streaming service and couldn't find it anywhere. So what did we do? The missus and I hunted down the DVD like a pack of rabid wolves. That's the beauty of physical media. If it's not streaming and it's not in your digital library, owning the disc might be the only way to watch it. That kind of access makes DVDs not just nostalgic, but still practical in 2025. Now look, I still own DVDs and I even buy certain movies and TV shows on DVD when I must. For me, it mostly comes down to availability, but I'm also someone who leans hard into quality, and I want the content I watch to look its best. I've got a 98-inch TV, and no matter how good the upscale is, stretching a 480p DVD across that much screen just doesn't look right. That said, not everyone has a 4K setup yet, and for those folks, DVDs can still offer great value. If you're watching on a smaller or older TV, you're probably not missing much. It's a good problem to have. But media consumption, gaming, and movies have always been hobbies I don't mind investing in. It's just part of the experience for me. If I'm being completely transparent, comedies, guys. A comedy is great on DVD because who cares, right? Now, if you try and pull that with Dune or Blade Runner 2049, something that's special, where the visuals and sound need to be absolute tits to fully appreciate and enjoy on a proper system, then yeah, piss off with the DVDs. However, if you lean more towards collectability or starting a media server, DVDs are more than fine, especially if you're enjoying them on a laptop or a smaller, older screen. Thanks for sticking it out till the end. I love talking about physical media in general. I'm sure some of you have watched my CD videos on my other channel, Audio Architects. Sorry I wasn't as lenient with the DVD as I usually am with the CD, but I think you could take away from this video that I still respect the format. Perhaps in a future video, I'll discuss the uncertainty of physical media in general, because it is a problem. It's seriously becoming endangered. I do have a Patreon you can join to consume some after-filming commentary and other special features only available on Patreon. I'll leave some links down below. If you enjoyed the video, I humbly ask that you subscribe to the channel and let the like button know who's the boss around here.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time I drop a fresh new video. Thanks so much for joining me today, and take care, guys.